have 3 Galapagos tortoises. This is Dolly, this one's Dolores, and this big bad boy here is Dirk. And what I'm doing now is tickling Dolly in a special way. In the islands where they live, there's little birds called finches that pick the parasites off their skin around the neck and the legs. But because of the big hard shell, it's difficult for the birds to get in. So when the birds come up, they start pecking around on the legs, and the tortoises stretch out so the birds can get in and eat the parasites off them. And the tortoises seem to love it, don't you dear? And what he's doing, they are very gentle. The only trouble is they're also very, very strong, and if you're in the way, they'll quite often just carry on walking, and they're not trying to hurt you, but you have to be careful you don't get trapped because they are so strong. Dirk was collected from the wild in 1962, and he was a semi-adult then, so we think he's probably 60, 70, maybe a bit older years old, so he's still a baby in tortoise years. He could easily get to 100, 120, 150, and some reliable reports say they do live over 200, so he is still a baby. Whereas this pretty lady here was born in captivity, and she's about 14, 15 years old, and she's quite big for her size, and so obviously she's got a lot of growing to do. We think she's got another 2, 3, 4 years before she's likely to lay eggs, but you never know. Although entirely vegetarian, if they were to accidentally bite you, it would really hurt. In the wild, they eat a lot of things like cacti, so their mouths are very, very strong and adapted for biting through quite tough vegetation. Here you can see them eating a selection of the weeds and herbs that we grow in their paddock. This mimics the wild type of diet that they'd have more, rather than giving them just things like apples and lettuce, carrots, etc. that they like, but aren't necessarily very healthy. We grow all these natural type of things that are high in calcium and are very good for their shell growth and their digestion. One of the easiest ways to think of a giant tortoise is a bit like a cow. They eat lots and lots of very low nutrition food and poo a lot. I've always liked tortoises, and I actually used to have some tortoises at home, though obviously they were never quite this big. And this is what I've always wanted to be around.